This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I'm Boadu TV, so you better say first time and now subscribe on my channel now like video. Na on my pende da Kufuor ka sembi say the ekoso e parliament no. Speaker of Parliament or was solution no. Safonu kita no na o twenden so be bie pono. Na solution no woni nyina ne say emra no mo no moye. Eti no so wakop ye friend is saying Supreme Court sisi ya eno ne so wa back na de wo so ye no abeye. On show leadership ena Kevin tell us wo na wo be ton Kufuor Addo maye. Na hwe Kufuor Addo de woda ye. Kufuor na beto Kufuor Addo e de maye hwe da waye yen na ne ya waso ni Kufuor ni issue bia but ne ya se Kufuor ba no anka no kore se e wo se afenyo mark ni jade wo ye no jan kwasem no wodi no na wo hwe mamra ne ye adwuma e wo parliament na Kufuor ba beta e ye chi na chachuchi kata so kire se asa ye ka ena ye constitution no ena ma Kufuor Addo president ne yi court no to me be pray ntino constitution no say monka let them take responsibilities for whatever they do. Let leaders of this country take responsibilities for whatever they do. I don't know yenye kachira no say na ye mal na mana sa woni mi se Kufuor Addo akoto dan 3.something million dollars ewo London enya sanketwa Paula Foko nya Gregory Foko yes wako hwia se degu chairman bi so northern region be ye yin ye da so idi.
I don't have any problem with ex-president Kufuor, but this is what is worrying this country today. You see, Parliament asamabe impenifo bebre akasa. The last time Speaker of Parliament spoke, if you are very intelligent, you would know, say, the Speaker was trying to solve the problem indirectly, without people saying, say, he is overstepping his powers. Because as much as Speaker of Parliament is the Speaker of Parliament, or on reach, you know that, yeah. Speaker of Parliament, as much as he's the Speaker of Parliament, he has his reach. So as Speaker of Parliament, not or no, seeing himself first as a Ghanaian, no, he can find a way indirectly to send a message to the left and right guys to say, this is the path I want you to take. And when you take this path, I will meet you halfway and this will be solved. Speaker last press conference, he sent a message out there. I say, I have sent a bill to the president. Speaker was speaking to statesmen in Ghana. I say, my position here is for me to be the moderator in Parliament and the head of Parliamentary and business. I have my powers and I know my limit. The president has his powers and he knows his limit. The Supreme Court Chief Justice has her powers and she knows her limit. Speaker or Sharano Kachira Ghana for you say, if you want people to understand, say, I respect my position and respect my office. Through my office, we have done a diligent job and sent a bill to the president. The president should show respect because it should be reciprocal. When the president shows respect, the people in Parliament with me will understand that it is only respect that can make us live. Sometimes we will agree to disagree, and sometimes we will disagree to agree. So Speaker at your press conference now say, I have sent a bill to the president. So Speaker was sending a message across to Ghanaians to say, you know something, somebody should understand and tell the president that when he starts to respect my office, I will respect his office, and the Supreme Court will respect my office the same way the Supreme Court wants me to respect their office. I think President Kufuor opportunity to speak on parliamentary issues equals vacant seats. No, President Kufuor's target was Speaker Bagbin. I think it was deliberate and it is wrong. You see, as some see, let us stop being too partisan. Sebio, and yes, I'm a control and so no one say me do mami atem. But sometimes your utterances will show whether you are trying to be cunning or you want a problem to be solved in the interest of everybody, or you want a problem to be solved in your interest. There are two things here. Sometimes assemble to you can say it in a way to favor you indirectly. You can also choose to say it in a way that will favor everybody in that room. Ex-President Kufuor, as some way or better way, he was saying it to favor his party indirectly. Because some ex-President Kufuor, the first statement I will do is, Speaker's Bagbin's office is a respectable office. And I believe that the three arms of government, each one of them should respect each one's office. Me or I, as the ex-president, I expect the president to do the needful to show the speaker the respect. Because I've been in that office before. I've been in the executive before. I need to show the leader or parliament that necessary respect. And Zikaje Kufuor ba and Kobeka say, I was say President Kufuor this I respect my Bagbin. Now President Kufuor Addo, I respect my Bagbin. Now sign that into law. It shows that Bagbin will so understand that at least the office he's occupying, some people are respecting him. Now, from the stance of President Kufuor, it is looking like the Supreme Court and the executive, they have power than the judiciary, the legislature. That is the biggest problem. You don't underestimate anyone in this issue. You let every single person understand, say, their powers are equal, and it is. So you cannot just come and say, Speaker Bagbin has solutions to parliamentary standoff in his bosom. He should show leadership. Speaker Bagbin showed leadership. He directed the message to old men like you people to let the president understand from day one, he has disrespected parliament, meaning he has disrespected the constitution. Why are we here? Sometimes issues bar. Let's look at the issues and speak on the issues. Yeah, Jane Nasan was as we so. Bagbin, Jane or the parliament here. Bagbin, I can't in Nasan was as you soon wedi. What is Bagbin taking parliament or the coin? But there's a reason why what is happening in parliament is happening. So why aren't we looking at the issues? Speaker Bagbin and parliament, they feel that the Supreme Court and the executive are undermining their powers, and the NPP in parliament are taking advantage of or looking at what their boss, the executive or the Jubilee House, is doing, and also what the CJ is doing. That is what they are taking inspiration from. And Nitina Afenyomakin and the NPP side, they don't want to respect the Speaker of Parliament. But this man is the number 3 in this land. So ex-President Kufuor should at least know that. Fine, he has that in his bosom. But the issue is, with all due respect, Mr. Kufuor, if somebody doesn't show you respect and you have something to offer, are you going to do it? That is what we talk about every day. Speaker Bagbin in his press conference clearly gave a signal that I am willing to even talk to the NDC. But the utterances from the NPP and people like Kufuor and no Nadia Bedruha. So you hear every day after your market sitting on TV, on radio, insulting Speaker Bagbin. With all due respect, Mr. Kufuor, if it wasn't for you being president, I don't think, say, in politics, you are better than Speaker Bagbin. It's a fact. Anamebwa. You got the opportunity to be president before he became speaker. But in politics, when we are putting the two of you, your credentials side by side, he's far better than you. So why are we making it look like, say, speaker is the problem? Why are we making it look like, say, Alban Bagbin is the problem? Alban is not the problem. It's the kids, the NPP side, who are failing to show respect. In my own statement today, I was so shocked, because this is not the time to be making it look like, say, speaker is a problem. Speaker, yeah, there be a being cedar. What has he done? You see, the guy. All right, we will deal with this tomorrow. You get it? We don't take stance in this matter. You go straight to the issues. Or do you people think Speaker Bagbin in some Afenyoni NPP for Kafano? He's human. Maybe sometimes when he's in public, he's a kind who is cracking jokes a lot, but it hurts him. After your marking with this saying, that been about politics, for him to be using such kind of words against Speaker Bagbin. Why? Why is Kufuor not worried about that? The utterances we are hearing from Atachiani, why are we not worried about that? Are they attending to Onyenipa? Are they because it's affiliated to the NDC Onimnyanza? Why do we do that? Yeah. Let me tell Ghanaians. Anytime I will say, when people chase power for 30 years, they are dangerous than tyrants. Kufuor is a dictator. Yeah? The vice president who wants to be president, has he spoken about it? And we sit here and we are making it look like Speaker Babino, he hates Ghana, unpeg Ghana. John Mahama said, if Cornyn a leader of Ghana, they also say, Obetima convince a yedi, after your marking majority say, Assem and your court assem a political issue. Munko in free court imra. Now or no president and what fret a NPP for. No afraid NDC for, no afraid penny for, no money not trying to say, hey, Mammy and see and Tumago, our bontine. Let's solve this thing and move on and build this nation. That's it. Kwasia we sorry I know the Speaker Bagbin attempt. Inti ex-president Kufuor, you've not heard this? A one there. Speaker has come out with his side of the story. We need to get serious. Let's stop this. Okay? I'm in sure I did. And this is a statement I saw, I feel say, very important to you, the young one watching me. Tatuchi kata akasembi, and every day me show we so ameka. And as someone is saying, or say, it's not enough to say that the president has too much power and that the constitution must be reviewed. We need to learn to hold leaders accountable for their failures. Or say it is not enough to say that the president has too much power and that the constitution must be reviewed. I said that 1992 constitution has not been exhausted even 30%. Tatushi Kata said, "Enya enough say the Beka say president will do me too much in the review constitution." I was saying you hold the people to account. They need to be accountable for their leadership. When they fail, we need to hold them accountable. That is our problem. It's not a constitution. Mami Kanchiro. I can sit here and tell you all government institutions or all the arms of government has too much power. What do? Do we nullify the whole constitution? Because from what is happening in parliament, you will tell me, say, oh, parliament they have too much power, and so right now we should go and review parliament our powers. What is happening? Some group two will say the Supreme Court, it has too much power. We should go and do what? We should go and nullify review the Supreme Court, the constitution. Now we will say the executive has too much power. What we are going to do is we'll be shifting blames. What we can do to solve the problem is to make sure that we hold people accountable. That is the fact. It is not a constitution. And let me say this. Let me restate this. There has never been a perfect constitution on this earth, and there will never be a perfect constitution. We will have to make the constitution better by exhausting the constitution and making sure we implement what is in the constitution. Constitution is the Obi also ko jail, onko jail. Obi also yetwena so. Ye wia yes we will to me too much. That is the problem. Time my friend Paul Boadu did the report by as a sector minister or state ebubo di womuno. That was the day the president was supposed to sack every single person in that document, to tell them to go home, and that an investigation needs to be opened into the sector minister's report. We sat here, the president rubbished it. The constitution states it clearly. We didn't do it. So why are we sitting here saying, the constitution needs to be reviewed? I'm not going to fight you. If it needs to be reviewed, it needs to be reviewed. But let's look back. Have we exhausted? Are we holding people accountable? We are allowing people to go through the cracks, do whatever they want to do, abuse the public purse. Today in Ghana, the president and his wife, their wives were being paid monies that were not supposed to be paid to them. They were taking the taxpayers' money illegally. Do you know, sir, all the taxpayers' money for 1 minute? Do you know how much affected a Ghanaian citizen? Yet, Samira and Rebecca sika illegally for years. As some could do that, I see no problem. Are we mad? They didn't face any consequence. So, China, President Biba, na Okoye Bibi na Yirikoye Bibia. Are we going to say, Yenchin Tani Panirin Tumana, Ye Jimiana? Samira is supposed to be in jail. Samira Bawumia and Rebecca, they were paid illegally from the national coffers. Taxpayers' money was paid to them illegally. The money, they used it in their benefit, to their benefit. And that money could have saved a life. It could have saved a life at Kolebu. It could have saved a life at UGMC. So for them causing that and willingly committing that crime, they were supposed to serve jail term. Why are we sitting here? We need to get some things right. The 1992 Constitution had stayed with us. Majority of Ghanaians, we did our work, we voted, we disagreed, we agreed. In the history of Ghana, Nana Addo Kufuor the BD president, and that conversation of the Constitution need to be reviewed seriously. Here. Remember, at Tamil's time, Kufuor time, Rawlings time, from Kufuor time, the Constitution should be reviewed. It was there, but that conversation was like, something. It's something that can be put on the side. It's not a priority. As time goes on, we review one or two things. But it became a conversation the day Akufo Addo take power. Why? Because Nana Addo Kufuor is fucking the Constitution. Nana Akufo Addo is abusing the Constitution. Nana Addo Kufuor is taking advantage of the Constitution. JJ Baye, Kufuor Baye, Atamos Baye, Mahama Baye, I don't know be a Chief Justice and our judges 80 because there's no cap. And I'm a boy. Nanka say JJ on Rankasa or Tana Constitution, Ghana Democratic. No, Nanka say, Okase, answer no free power, no, he judges 50. How many judges the judge appointed here? Kufuor Baye, I don't know, so you 50. I don't know, Atamos Baye, when you 60. Anka say, where there's no cap. Mahama Baye no one be. But Mumbusa, Akufo Addo Baye, he's abusing it because he knows there's no cap. And we the Constitution, and I say Constitution, you will say Obia Niminyansa, you will say Obia irrational, you will say Ghana need dear, Odo Ghana and Kwadia. What you will do is to protect the people and the Constitution. And you can say, even though we can cap it, let's leave it because you won't say answer a better Abamo be so medias Niminyansa until say a to Abama Kwasia. Until say a to Abama Kwasia. And the Constitution review Abedanen Komo because Akufo Addo has abused that office. He has fucked the Constitution, and he's not done fucking the Constitution. He wants Jimmy Jimino to come so that he can fuck Jimmy Jimino ass to come and enter the Constitution. So he wants Bawumia to come and stand in front of the Constitution because he has been fucking the Ghana Constitution. He has been fucking Ghana. He wants Bawumia to come and stand in front of him. He will fuck Bawumia's ass for Bawumia to fuck through Ghana's Constitution, and that is the shit that Akufo Addo wants to do. And you people don't analyze anything. More analyzing Ghana. That is what he's trying to do. And that is what Akufo Addo and his family want to do. And they want Bawumia to be president because they are not done fucking our country and our Constitution. It is like that. Bawumia na Constitution na Ghana enim. Right now, Akufo Addo is the one, his dick is inside Ghana. He does whatever he wants to do. Right now, Manfo Kasa, you are raping Ghana. You are raping Ghana. Your short dick. This is what you are using to do. We are angry. Or say, okay, I'll step back. He wants to come and put Bawumia there and say, right now, it is not me. He would insert his dick in Bawumia's ass for Bawumia to push. And that is what he is doing. Can't you people see that the guy is fucking your Constitution? He's depleting everything. Or Titi. Can't you see? Obiabedi was so 8 years. Aka 20. How many days left? 27? 27 days. NPP Abedi was so 8 years. Aka 27 days. Not 8 years now. Bibi eni obet my yamao. Bibi eni wa NPP bit my yamao. It's gone. It's done. Don't stress yourself. Right now, they also say offer one say why wajuni so beto ama NDC. That's it. Memma obia bibi fufuro bi amabiem. Bibi fufuro bi ansi. NPP omuntumi mbobon kukobuo. NPP omuntumi si edankora baako, they can't. Ade bi on promise you bi omuntumi nye. Mama omu 8 years omuntumi anye. Bawumia ende okasa I say your opposition leader. Ono ana aban na woso so tumi ka che say oh to abama na omba bibiye abra ono we deal with so 8 years. Inti there's nothing new. Inti ana mempesa we Ghana ni a obe stress too much. Abawe is simple. One of the most easiest elections in the history of the Republic of Ghana. And God being so good, why in such a way say elections abako nyina na yakoto aba ne aye anxious, aye nervous. This election obianya na adwene ye to etia NPP to John Mahama na within 4-5 hours yemwe election no obianko fie. Simple as that. Eni se aye gidigidi. Eni se obiakura no obiako se kusehye trim. The NPP, they have nothing for you. Because the question I want to ask you today is say, send Dreamer Echoes organ. Let's just be honest. Today, let's be realistic a little bit. Oh, the Echoes organ. Let's talk man to man, woman to woman. No homo, no gay. The Echoes over these years, ama ubuefu, ama usikashi, ama bibia besha wakuma. Just say, who dia wonya ho. The question is, we are sure say Mahamudu Bawumia nya tumi a krono ankofo abon wo Ghana obetuma chi NPP nia oye Kufuor appointee for 8 years. We are sure say Bawumia betuma chi obiatu. A simple question you need to ask yourself. So what time to me ma Bawumia na? A simple. We are sure say nyoma who complaining about say for the past 8 years, I say no. Nyoma who complaining about say for the past 8 years, Jirima Akoso. Nipe bia yenitia Cecilia da pa, Chema wuntumi say nsio NPP 4 year galam say. Amanfo disika 52 billion. Nipe bi atam sika Bank of Ghana over 60 billion say aboka ehun bebi eskana fa. DDEP usika ashe. Yase banking cleanup. Senya omo ajenko fo sika ebesi na yentua ma omo. Dream nipa yekuomo. The simple question to you and then say, so what did to me ma Bawumia na? We are sure say nyoma we e pese Ghana ye dollar ne do 17 na echo 18. Do you think say Bawumia any of these people he can prosecute any of them? A simple question. Obeka chem say oh na say Bawumia onya attorney general no. But at the end of the day no e nipa na odi enim no nipa obeyi omo no e na be kire se ne adwuma ne beko. On say and yet Ghana, Sikasama said, ye blame appointees of Kufuor any day, the vice president who is the head of the economic management team. It's whether you like it or not. Question I person busa on say, intend now come to me ma NPP. You don't like me, I get it. I'm not going to fight you. Because at the end of the day, mean to me won't come talk about. So what to me ma Bawumia? No man who complaining about and no that doom someone a one person by catch. Ukrum kwanya asay ejuma mka so maybe one district one factory ebe sin there unhu bako one district one dam ebe sin there unhu dam ni mu bako eye dam ya ye de $11 million ekoye ya ebe sin there Paulugu dam aba omi ase ono na yi sika ye busa na onpeso obeka wo de yenko ekire he yenko National Cathedral $58 million Kufuor the appointees we are yet tam over $32 million my architect ever seen the yuhuni biem. And these are the same people are omnum di Bawumia. Inti me busa a simple question. So also Kotwama Bawumia, are you going to vote for Bawumia for these people to continue? And I say Kotwama Bawumia thinking say Bawumia will stop it because these are the people are omudi omusika airtime Bawumia. What's about quiet? Obese galamsey say ejina ye jai galamsey. Wasakuri nyina say. Chema wuntumi Kate Jemfua, Charles Bisu, Brekuduka, Kujo Ponkroma, Eko Ewusi, NPP big shots nyina Sampine. NPP penifo ya bomu nyina din enye ye ne a Kufuor Addo appointee Professor Frimpong Boateng ebeka kire said yen or say eye NPP for na eye galamsey no or your minister in charge of that sector. Me busa will say Mahamudu Bawumia, do you think say obetuma prosecute any of these people? A simple question because ye koto aba say pempuntio. Ye koso ye ninje ho. And this also talk about Baumia kura na on pay Kufuor Addo mabuo na. We are sure say Kufuor Addo obetuma prosecute Kusi Boatin. Because Kusi Boatin everywhere no. One na Baumia pastor. Afi what you say? Kusi Boatin National Cathedral and the Sentio oil. We be a Sentio oil or person a man a tax waiver of $160 million. No, Sa Kusi Boatin no or a Baumia pastor. Now Baumia pastor we National Cathedral would diska ama yedina kujina court. We are sure say Mahamudu Baumia betumi a prosecute Kusi Boatin. As human beings, no, sa nyoma we na obusa hu. Eno na America for jina so am tutia Democrats. Omo busa omo say Democrats se sia Kamala na oba no. Omo a omo ni Joe Biden ye adwuma no. Omo a na ompese omo de Kamala ema America for. Na se sanko fu ye say omo ambo adwuma ye Joe Biden enyi the right people ema America nyoma bi enkoye no. America for Tanaska says see the to me ema Kamala Harris. Then it means say in Kufuor Joe Biden yi omo a in the eyes of America nyoma enkoye no. Those are the same people going to govern this nation with Kamala Harris because Kamala Air campaign on it the same people are now America for say send your governor crew and so many into per change, you know. Kamala was campaigning with the same people. And so when you flip the coin, every day on the campaign trail, Mahamudu Baumia is on stage with the same people you want to avoid, you want Ghana to get rid of. The same people are almost say Ghana, Amu Akuma Aba. The same people are Omuni Kufuor the committee boma DDEP pensioner for Sikabesinde Omuwiaye. The same people are Galamsey Ajia Shete wa Ghana and the Insobia say these are the same people from the Baumia area campaign. It is our person sign your man stop here. Then I will come to me ma Baumia because say Okotuma Baumia it means you are embodying Chema to me. Adebia or you be always summon another 4 years is on your more damage. That is what the implication is. And in America forecast said no. Say Joe Biden, Joe ye ni answer. Obi oni Joe Biden ye dwuma bia no. Oka ho na Joe Biden na bedrua into Montana chain na Republicans Trump mumbra. Sana broni dwene. E kire wo bibini ni wagimi. But me nya sure say Ghana for wagimi. Because they mimi nimu no. Ghanaians are smart people. They are not stupid people. They analyze their condition omu wom and so na matoaba. Sibia 2016 na say Nyoman koye inti we anhwe so betuma besisa in year 2016 the status and here na eye chain enne 10,000 times. Now you understand. So you got politics, you got 2024 election we are not supposed to be screaming at each other. We are supposed to be asking ourselves these basic questions and then Kufuor ka and light bill akosro inso bill akosro mite ya base be ready. Hey, see the Ghana yeah then unemployment in bebu nye adwuma. Na Kufuor mo ka say omo ba befa eye for omo ba befa eye napkofo adwuma 100,000 and there you hu be napkofo no kra nam omo sakra de napkofo no ka omo ntua we the same Kufuor nurse for mo ka say alawa omo ba omo ti omo alawa ebesin there Kufuor went to miss regional hospital Sewia Afari hospital nko so mo bie man nurse ni a na nko wie school be 3 4 5 years ago nye adwuma no we mbie ma hospital no kra say esi a essay. These are the same people telling you say suffer to me ma omo mamenchira wadie bi near to krom ha and a Kufuor ya they entered a court omo group from Delta Force we mo na omo so omo sape to me no in branch omo di omo chi a omo bo etuo mo omo omo di ewu I am from Delta Force omo di ba omo echi e ba omo bodyguard e ba omo bodyguard to trust them. I was West Wagon. You got two a tour Techiman South. Imrantie we are still on standby. Omuda hu ye Jumama Baumia. Supposed to be doing scandals every day. There are scandals nina. And we NPP we NDC unim. So the NPP is a criminal cartel. No crenim. Atro. There are people who don't respect Ghana for. But the reason why I mean Okasa this way and say me pesa would say abana okotona say. Ediana wompe. Ediana for the past 8 years waka say tia. Inti are you going to go back to say the waka say tia no? Ope say osa toa so ana. Simple. Because ye nyina enim. They yakum all these years and it was through the leadership of Bawumia ne Kufuor Addo. Into the question I want to ask you to say, Okoto aba no edi enti na okoto aba because time a otoma Bawumia ne Kufuor Addo 2016 na owa arehyiemu se wadwuma begina. Na owa arehyiemu se omo beye bibia sebio bebia na o situation tie no ebesesa. Na ebia okokwan so kofa abe. Ebia na okokwan so kofa tomatoes. Ebia na okokwan so ekofa ntoma ewe bia Togo, Niger, Nigeria. Ebia na also we teacher ni a we saving kakra. Na saa time na aka 2 years mo pension. Na wo senate. Anana aka 7 years mo pension. Na wo tua wo senate kakra. Na wa adwene ye wo say Akufo Addo Bawumia ba. Bibi ti say schools omo besi dodo. Na nka wo krom school pon ni bi aba ho. E de say e-blocks. Na wa adwene ye wo say insuo na ho odin a wo say Mahama Breso na insuo ni wo kura se na nka omo ba be ye insuo ama wanom. Ekwan ya na wo say mofa so efiri mukura se ana mukuro so kofa nwoma no na nipa dodo no ewu oso dodo ekwan nka mo beye ema ewu no so atwa ebia galamsey ana unsusu da se insuo na da ukuro ma na mutumi se binum no ende insuo no and Bawumia we ni Akufo Addo no insuo na sei na question busa won say nwoma be na wo hwe e de akoto aba efiri se Bawumia tenkran wa wo ti asankrego ekura se ya se unsuo chema wuntumi ede excavator etu nsuo gigigigigi ese no Mahmoud Bawumia nsuo no numbi otenkran one ne yire no omotenkran omo de omo mba hye kejim e na omo num insupa infie wotwe Mahmoud Bawumia ntuma stop chema wuntumi se onjai galamsey ne ye wanye ebesi nne Mahmoud Bawumia da ho je chema wuntumi sika de ye campaign inti ete se chema wuntumi ekuta eyedien eye atomic bomb anas okuta poison na ode poison no ekunipa na Mahmoud Bawumia ewo tumi se obeje poison ne free edien eye chema wuntumi nsem owo akwanya bia se obeje poison ne free nsem aka se hey ye wo ye no udi ku eye omo a mehwe omo so me na wo ka say for 8 years chema wuntumi e de poison ne mamomba ediwu Mahmoud Bawumia owo to me as vice president and also the second in command and also the head of air security forces, the police, you know. The same chairman won to me na all the poison eku umano and nam kurumo culture said tuma Mahmoud Bawumia if we say Bawumia no pe there the bema about a chairman won to me akasa because first you know in the first place nanka say Bawumia didn't to me stop chairman won to me and NPP for maka omo galamsey a omo say nsu wanye nipa na odi poison ma wumba di wu no ese wasase no aba be culture say toma Bawumia it means saa nipa ni nim say Bawumia ba ade a oye no obekoso aye say nipa na be culture say toma Bawumia otewo for 8 years one stop na ku a oku nipa all the poison gu nsuom na it means saa nipa no osuro say Bawumia free to me mu a na so be hye inti sa wo chema wuntumi na wo NPP for di Bawumia chi a also tia say bone a omodi wu no bone a omodi Ghana no say a omasa nyoma no omo suro se aban besesa efiri se esesa ubehu eye dwuruma omodi wu ubehu bone a omodi wu enu ntina sika omo bo kro no nyina omo nya no omo di Bawumia chi you get it. So these are people they don't even affiliate. We yankophobia mudi uswa. So she Kufuor Addo ne busuafo the way they see themselves, sibia omo dresse, sibia omo kasa. Wa wote eye bebia we hwe misisia no. They don't even see themselves to say omo ne wo the same level. They don't see that way. They don't see that way because omo hu omo so omo ye nipa chen. Omo hu omo ne Bawumia mo se omo ye nipa chen nti hu sibia omo dresse. Sibia omokasa they cannot relate to you into the air how no and how mo you fi grant Kufuor Addo nko for the binie baba penyini a etwehye no to sebio ontumi mbodogi ekire wa fa eduro hwe sibio address nam Ghana we mu na hwehwe Ghana so you fi grant on say oko studio okwa interview no kuta nsuo bottled water ye na abrochire inso na kuta na yanya ni Ghana wo me kama wate You fi grant we. Oni Kufuor Addo mo. Also our besides, where does he head? Whatever. On say Oko studio, akwa interview no. Okuta brochire nsu aye no America. Inso na wo nom no. Inso na wo nom no Ghana no. Onum bio. Kufuor Addo bawomia chema wuntumi eye Gabi mo GIPC, thank you. Ghana Investment Promotion Council. On a heading. Also, Okoye interview no. In Sone Kutano no yenye no Ghana. Nobody bottles that kind of water in Ghana. It is bottled out of the Ghana. Oh, Ghana baku ye 700 Ghana. Yes. In Sone Kutano no. Baku 700 Ghana still 7 million. Eno na omonom nsuo nom abrochire nsuo. Ya kra free UK. The crafty US near the abroad no man. So you get it. Make sure why 2024 election no. Any so how who cry a straight John Mahama any will MP or NDC. That's all. Me pesa wo tia say the moment Abaka say because tuma ba mabaomiano, you are basically telling yourself say there one family na 8 years no. O person Kufuor we a finish. That's all. I'm not supposed to fight you on this. Because for the 8 years here, I say, you will nipa be bromotia santimemua. Omote bantama asantia chim, asante bekwai, omote kokofu, omote formina, senka sewia, any afari hospital ni yejuma, anka mumubi, bobusi afo nwuye. Mena meka chiro. You nipa be bromotia santimemua, anka sa afari nenkwa, any sewia hospital no, senka Kufuor Addo ba nanko bie nanka eye juma. Anka mumudu duon mabusuafo bi ewuo bi omuwu ne nka omunwu. But sa nyomo no mka say omo ba beye no omo je guo. Nti majority of you mo maami mowu, mo papa mowu. Nipa mo do mo a na sebio omo hwe mo so no, bu bebrewu. Ewu a broni beka say a preventable death. Ewu a ebetuma so anon. Oh ye de papa firibo ase baayo. Ye de duru comfort no chine yesi onya bebi na onimpa. Yenya bebi mpo afona nto na to team owuye nike anka ferry ene sewia no ye adwuma anka motam na edu konfo na chese ehwaye man anka straight ka wo je papa nkwa. That is why you vote. O to aba sa nyoma na wo hwe enye party flag enye bebi a wo free enye sene udin tie enye nton a wo bo eye die politician no be ya mawo nti busa ho Munipa dodo mo wa santimemu bobusuafo bi mahwero mo, all because a government was supposed to just open a hospital for them to go and save their lives. And okay, thousands nipa thousands ewu Ashanti region and from the northern region, all because obi say hospital no ombie. This is the most simplest way I can make politics. The reason I'm catching say a very tricky and say Kufuor Addo ne yire bag ekuta na $40,000. Ebetumi achechire bekwai kuro no ema emu nkwara ne mpenifo enye dwuma ye ama sebio ekuro ne nya me na meka kire oba we ekuta bag $40,000. Chain eda ne nsa $30,000. Ni kunu ye sofo keke ade ntira ni kunu ye baomia sofo aka che so ye nkremoni. Since sa Kufuor we no mtetete ba omia bas mu a o panipa oye galamsey e wo Ghana pa Kufuor Addo we number 1. Intimema obi njimi we mu they are here because omomma ene omobusuafo ene ebedi ye, they are selfish. It is not about you. Intimema obi mfa shirt ene kasebi enda daw say I sebio wo de ye wuto ha oya santini ba o de oya bunu ni ba oya de ndie ye twa ofuru ma oboa sa de no eye tete kwa asem etwam da enye dwuma biem we de ewutu mu it does not work again. It's about what you can make out of your situation. Yen wu obi antu bibi mu biem ye won kofo a ye wo no papa wo sika wo wiase nyina ndom ye hiafo it is because they could not manage the omobe to ye. Inti enye baby ye wo to ye ana party wo tum na kire se sebi obedi ye. Eye adwene na eda wotiri mu no. Efri se okọ sebio esikafo kora fie a ye ohiani wo ho. Adentina nka se Kwame despite fie uwura ho a obi $1 million den account him. And so Kwame despite fear, you will be only 50,000 Ghana at an account. So that is how it is. Mema obi and adao. In Tukwatuaba, you have to be very careful. These are selfish ingrates. These are people who consume a lust, worldly things, a nyoma, a akono die. You get what I mean? A akono, a omo say Ghana for Jimmy. Because someone who say Ghana for Jimmy anka abawe ni kuna sore na wate no time ye hu say ni kuna use two identities or ya kromfo no anka say sa sore ni gu into omo hu say the more ya chi omo kura so omo ya kromfo no ye onipa kuo bi a ye Jimmy ntie de ho di omo chi nti they will still fool the people nti abeto omo tirim say so omo ya sa ne kura pa ye ni mu do no ye Jimmy nti that is why they keep doing what they are doing. Aya den na obi a ohede Ghana Investment Promotion Council. Ghana send ye dwumadie ye dwadie ni ade obebo hu dewuro. Ono eba Ghana sebio nyoma ye no Ghana wo se ebo hu dewuro. Ghana Investment Promotion Council omo na omo di market ne. Eni tire Kufuor Addo ba say Ghana Beyond Aid no na yo fi grant mo na wo senka omo somu e make sure say Ghana Beyond Aid no you produce wa Ghana. I enjoy Ghana. What is grown in Ghana? In tango say eduane insuo nyoma ye ne Ghana no omo nanka also omo ye den omo ye the ambassadors omo nanka also mo promote intinka yo fi grant you am show ni video ya okwe akwawe everything about him was supposed to reflect say they want to promote Ghana. What about this guy na chere say he wants to promote Ghana? Kutansuo we bako 700 Ghana 30 Ghana cedis where the smallest bottle weigh a small bottle into way it comes in a pack of 12 your calculation into way 30 Ghana by 12 saying it comes in a carton. And this is the smallest size. We a small size 30 Ghana 300 30 Ghana no, and then when it's Ghana and Munsio Bako 30 Ghana. Onuma onum we no atwatwene ye na bruchire ebi ne enum no America ha. Ye na bruchire enu bi ene enum no ye num no eye de ye num no America omo num Ghana nsuo omo asem nsuo nyina omo sesam omo tumi. Don't be fooled. We live in this country where amanfobi are taking advantage of you. Now here, Kusi Boating, the birthday car otumi toma na yire $400,000 car, $500,000 car. Oh, ona na yire ne mba. Wu Kusi Boating yire na otiba omi aka mu se oye campaign na onye campaign ma wo. Because Kusi Boating asore dem wo no, anka collection kitinkiti na omjeje na anka car we kontum toma yire. These are some of the numerous cars Otto on his birthday. Where is just a mere pastor. It's a mere pastor. Uncle school papa biya. It is because ye Jimmy, and we make these people. So let me enlarge. These are the people telling you so. This is the life they are living, and they don't want to live this life. This is what they have signed up for. Into whatever they would do. Any atrobi ombecha amawo we jiminti ode utumi mama ba omi, they need to do it because they need to sustain this. You get it? This is This is what they live. So these people will sit in Bawumia's Kusibu Atingire ete Bawumia campaign basin. Ete Bawumia campaign basin and say, oh, suffering, you know, they are campaigning for themselves. They need money. Because some say we Jimmy. Into oye we are not Sunday di kuna begina sorry them so or shenkom. One to ma Bawumia, bibi baya Ghana, omo Jimmy mo. Now, me busao into opesa to aba ye kwato aba and at the end na me say adentina wo kwato aba. It's a simple question. I don't need you to explain anything to me. Me busao me say abana wo kwato ama Bawumia no. O to ama Bawumia say onye den. Onto de echo isu ana because under Bawumia na Kufuor Addo. Thugs from Delta Force omu ra court. Echo bo judge say adentina omo ye NPP for thugs are. Omukuta tu obubobutu a yedi ba akwa gina court. It happened in Ghana. Force for Kufuor Addo about power. It's a Delta Force for be dibone. Kufuor Addo maumo authority. Kennedy Japan ko kakacham say they can enter the court. Omu ra court. Omu nipa na wakodi ewu no. Omu ko yi no omu bo judge no onyem. What kind of story we? This is what Bawumia NPP they stand for. Hey, you need to group NPP as one entity. There's nobody in this NPP or you clean or wajuni papa. And let me tell you one thing, maybe I want him governance. Mahamudu Bawumia can never rule again alone. It's a fact. John Mahama, he can never rule alone. Mahamudu Bawumia will need the NPP to rule. So the two-me manner. And they be able to say NPP no wine. Sometimes you forget yourself. Sometimes I don't review until I say Bawumia, you two me Bawumia or different from Kufuor Addo, and I'm saying Mahamudu Bawumia cannot rule alone. So the two me manner. Mahamudu Bawumia will still have to rule with the NPP. Now NPP normally wine. NPP normally chairman won to me. NPP normally Kate Jemfua. NPP normally Samia Wukumo. Eye Ekwe Wusi. Kujo Ponkroma. NPP no omone sampaem. NPP mo ne Gabi Ochreda akomo. NPP ni Oforia Tamo. NPP ni Kufuor Addo na ankasa. NPP ni Bumpty. NPP ni omo run eye party way. Inti Mahamudu Bawumia okwahi. Bawumia will just be a symbol. Obe a ceremonial president because one eye obi and a coffee free Bank of Ghana and obe forcing the vice president. From day one, Bawumia has not been his own man. Mahamudu Bawumia did not earn that position of being a vice president. He didn't earn it. Because someone can say Bawumia did not even have a party card. So Bawumia did not earn that position he is in. So until Bawumia dies, he still owes Kufuor Addo and his family that favor. He still owes them. He needs to make sure he never turns his back on them. Inti Bawumia will be a slave to Kufuor Addo and his family till he dies. And that is the distinction between Bawumia and Mahama. Oh, maybe John Mahama started here. No? Mahama earned his position. He earned his position because he worked through the party and his competence was noticed by the professor and Ofano and Obe vice president. May God keep the professor's soul. And you could see, say, John Dramani Mahama earned that position. And it's not to be contested. John Mahama, they are in the competency and why he is one of the finest politicians in Ghana. Because you cannot tell me, say, Bawumia a better MP than Bawumia. Bawumia has never been a member of parliament before. He does not even understand it. You cannot tell me Bawumia is a better minister than Mahama. Bawumia has not been a minister before. He does not understand it. Now you understand. You cannot tell me Bawumia is a better vice president than Mahama. Under John Mahama, the dollar was at 3.8. Under Bawumia, it's at 17.25. You can't tell me that this guy is better than Mahama. Mahama has earned his position. And I say, nobody in the history of this country, Ghana, can bring a document and say, the CV in politics today in Ghana is better than Mahama. Nobody. And sometimes we are confident to make those statements. Whether you like it or not, from what you are seeing, Mahamudu Bawumia is a slave to Kufuor Addo. Nana Addo Kufuor Addo, he was not thinking of ruling for 8 years since he started politics. No. Kufuor Addo chased power for over 30 years. Remember, you see this boy? I'm going to show you how vindictive Kufuor Addo is. Into what you will say, yeah, to me, Ama Bawumia, Kufuor Addo will stay away. You don't understand politics and you don't know Kufuor Addo, or a different animal. Nana Danko Kufuor Addo chased power for over 30 years. Kufuor Addo was not thinking of ruling Ghana for just 8 years and leaves. Never. That was not his intention. And that is not his intentions now. You see this guy, your friend Gregory Afoko. Make sure the reason why Abana Awokotono, it should not be even difficult. You are not even supposed to stress yourself again. You are supposed to make up your mind. Abranti, your friend Gregory Afoko. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo, timer or ye coup ewe NPP muno. Na Abranti, we need senior brother Paul Afoko, or the chairman of NPP. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo had chased power for close to 30 years. Paul Afoko was too principled to be the chairman of the NPP, and that he wanted things to be done the way the party's constitution stipulates. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo wanted his way. So what Kufuor Addo did was that he had to plant something on Paul Afoko to make sure, say, he gets rid of him for him to take charge of the party. Because time Kufuor Addo, a flag bearer 2016, no, he had exhausted everything that he had exhausted all his opportunities. Paul Afoko was very firm. Now Kufuor Addo needed to pass by Paul Afoko to go and do his own thing. What did he do? Kufuor Addo making sure say obey destructive Paul Afoko. The same NPP for no set him up against Paul Afoko. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo eko tam party sika. And Paul Afoko ka say yenye nsa. Remember, in Paul Afoko's own home, or tam $15 million in a bag, or they Kufuor Addo say, or they supporting the campaign. $15 million a bag. But the Kufuor Addo still did not care. Kufuor Addo tam party kind of Paul Afoko say, I am the chairman of this party. The rules are supposed to be set clear. Nobody, irrespective of your position, the party structures needs to work. And the Kufuor Addo catch it and said, no. The party structures, it's him. It needs to work in his favor. So what did he do? Cabinet Japan, catch it and say Kufuor Addo does not have a certificate. So I know a general secretary of the NPP, and we use Cabinet Japan. And now the year coup 8 year Paul Afoko. Now how were they going to get Paul Afoko out of the picture completely? And when Omwankasa ko Srim, Omwankasa regional chairman Mahama, and Omkoto acid guno, and say Gregory Afoko, Paul Afoko nya, and a yes idea no. So there and there no, Paul Afoko will get divided attention will be divided. He will not have that agreement to lead the party. And the same time, no, they had come together to form a coup to get rid of Paul Afoko. Now, so what happened was that Ochini nua ketewa we friend Gregory Afoko say, ni nua we and I den akwa hwie acid egu de original chairman or tamale ho. Remember, Paul Afoko o yesremuni. Na se Paul Afoko pese odi bone a ade na also ko srem eko hwie osmani nua ketewa so onko hwie acid ngu ni krom sremuni so. Adem na ompe ase ha baby na ondi sa bone no. But they needed somebody to create an impression say Paul Afoko Kra is against his own people. So almost set people up there, they killed that man and almost share Abranti. You know why Kufuor Addo is a dangerous man? Why do you say you two about where Kufuor Addo is going? What about them? Mahamudu Bawumia is a Kufuor Addo. Bawumia is a Kufuor Addo. Kufuor Addo buy no share Abranti with two BNI cells. And yes, a woman BNI cells. And I'll catch the judges or more Ghana and said nobody should give this guy a bail. This guy has not been given bail. At a point, the investigator no odi Gregory Afoko case we chi. Gregory Afoko ni nua penyin Paul Afoko, because Kufuor Addo had this hatred for Paul Afoko. Okache do meeting and say he will take care of him no. Ebesin there Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo has not given up on his mission to destroy Polafuko emotionally and physically. And what is he doing? They have kept this boy in police cells, BNI cells, till date. The investigator Nkrumah, at a point, this guy met bail. At the Omoko court, Akoko court say this guy has met bail. No, Kufuor instructed in that time na eni yeboa na Chief Justice. This boy should stay in jail. Ebesine Gregory Afoko is still at the BNI cells. You're pronouncing say or guilty. This is under Akufo Addo. I'm making you understand about the consequences. Ujimia, your life will never be the same again. Sorry to me, Bawumia. They say Bawumia is a Kufuor Addo. So as we speak, this guy is still at the BNI cells, almost 8 years. He's there. Kufuor Addo wants to prove to Polafuko to honor and what to mean. No judge. Much say Ghana, the judiciary, no, we got. Me see the Chief Justice knows about this. Madam Tokonu knows. So don't make it look like say, oh, Kotu Abanako, on say Gregory, 8 years. They say mo careless. Now mo tam to me ma Bawumia. It could be you tomorrow or do be 12 years because Kufuor Addo will be ruling from the Kufuor. Me say, see me. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo is Bawumia. On say you started a campaign with Ghana. Asmana de Kufuor Addo anu nyina say he will hand over to NPP. The only thing I make Kufuor Addo said the Americans have released a statement to say they know say the NPP will not win. He should stop that. And until America is a statement in Mickey, but that does not mean he say what he intends to do. He will stop. He's not going to stop. On and say we just a statement, you know. Not speaking about it does not mean the intent is still not there. And Timamu who election and say, Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor Addo 7 December ni Abobo Aba na Mahama win no Akufo. Hey, don't do that. Even after Mahama wins, everybody should be on guard. Mahama himself, I've heard Gabi Ochidakun with 2 other men saying, says Mahama win election within 3 months, or may you cool. Yes, Gabi Ochidakun. Me say I have heard it. Opa onka semeboa. I've heard Gabi Ochidakun on tape, on phone, hot mic. Or Kachenko Fobi say their problem is not about NDC coming to power. What Kufuor Addo hates is Mahama. And no Kufuor Addo. Kufuor Addo is not the NDC winning power in Hado. It is John Mahama they hate. You don't know why. They hate John Mahama to the core. That is, Kufuor Addo hates Mahama. And to Gabi capture those people in a room, now on the meeting, no. Or catch them say, if even Mahama wins within 3 months, also be a kurum. They just don't like the idea of Mahama being president again because they know what they have done. Don't underestimate the elections. Don't think this is a joke. Oh, where the Electoral, no. And then give total power to NDC. Parliament, NDC, full parliament. Never full power, Major Mahama. Then you sit back and you watch. Hey? Some more to make it to be crown Kufuor Addo parliament, you are done. So sometimes we need to sit back, take things cool, and analyze the situation critically. This is not a joke. So because this is a national service, we all should put ourselves together and come together and vote against NPP. A big deal. Oh, Jane Mensah. Jane Mensah is building a hotel in Accra. Jane Mensah so I could purchase or procure a facial recognition machines 2020 elections. Jane Mensah over $300 million. Ever seen there? Young call voting station young who say a facial recognition machine ba kumposiwo Jane Mensah. Boss manasar ni Jane Mensah the bray budget any time sikan momo. Ever seen there? We have not seen one facial recognition machine in Ghana. J Mensa knows obo careless obo ko jail. Yeah, yes, small mistake obo call election am Kufuor. So don't underestimate them. Each one of them is protecting themselves at your expense. So you get it. So don't think, say, everything is over until we all come together and say, Dabi, baby, during the air politics are check. But baby, to me, Akudini is dangerous. Let's take it from there, quick. The protectors are to me, no. The I say, politics as usual. The NPP, NDC, hey, sir, Bawumiano Namono, he owes a Kufuor a lot. They know we need Prime Minister or Muna or see we win, no. They no can or see the political career in United Nabrabunina a Kufuor there. Bawumia and Cobetina Bank of Ghana and the twatty no pension. Not only any opportunity in life in them. The highest than we do know. Mahamudu Bawumia, the Bank of Ghana no, that was his peak. Konko baby abim and oko. And going to me the Bank of Ghana governor. When I could, you know. Ain't in another Danko Kufuor gave Bawumia the biggest opportunity of his life. It was what Shem is saying. Mahmoud Bawumia the president. Now Bonia Akosono obetuma bypass Kufuor they take a decision on to me that. Because every single person, and remember, so Bawumia can obey 10 ministers cry. 8 will be from Kufuor. Do you want to tell me, say, Bawumia we need power? Now, oh, you need ministers. Now, Kufuor the nipa 7 a breno. Oh, you ministers 40, 50, 60. Kufuor a breno 30, 40. Bawumia would say, Mr. President, I won't do it. Hey, you people get real, man. Don't let these fools lie to you. He can't. Anytime I say Jane Mensa no namono. Koko Shaneto. Jane Mensa procurement breaches. Sika wedi ewo. Also recently, some of the EC workers went on strike. The Electoral Commission, I say, the Electoral Commission, right now, officers, Electoral Commissioner Aferjan, any Charlotte say, the Electoral Commission was fueling the Electoral Commission cast for officers to make sure, say, they control or patrol around the nation to make sure say, all officers are working. And they say, Electoral Commission, drivers are supposed to use their own salary to buy fuel. The Electoral Commission, you see, then it collapsed. It has collapsed. Nothing is working. The woman is so stupid to the point, or is so arrogant. To me, go to the Electoral Commission now. Make a list of experienced officers are now resigning. You know why? Because they see the lady to be too dumb and too arrogant. Onime Jumano. But Kronunti, and I'm going to say, people who are not qualified, whenever you give them a position, that is what you see. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, Yembobo about 7 times in the history, never. Now, even look at this registration she's doing. Every day, there's a problem. Until Jumana say. Right now, she's also scared. Is she going to make this thing go clean for the laws to take care of her? Or she's also going to go by the Kufuor route, destroy the people, and have her safety? Her safety. Yes, Jemensa is protecting herself. She will never want to go to a jail. On yet, Jemensa will never want a commission to call her. They are never TV so. Na ye Jojo no, ni ye busa ne nsam, na ye kire no, na Ghana fo nyina muso oye kromfo. On yet, she wants it to end into obe making sure so the 2 me bema NPP. NPP we are not resigning. That is what she wants to do. Omo wie sika, omo ya kromfo. And say obi wie sika to point to be no are dangerous. At that point, they kill to protect that a crime no ma commit. So these people are on rampage. They are dangerous. And you want to tell me, say, Yatuaba, na Jankroma ambulance scandal where you need $32 million were fedi. Na Adiachi Bawumia a president. Na Bawumia said, we need to look into that ambulance deal. Jankroma onye jumada oni CV on we school biya wana bra boom. You think Bawumia can get up and say, Attorney General, you need to make sure that case you pull it out. Bawumia, who born dog? Who born dog in Ghana for Bawumia to just get up and say Jan Krumah, the president's daughter, ambulance scandal, so we are $32 million. No, Jan Krumah should go and face trial. Who born dog? Osuro. That is the danger we are in now. And that is what Kufuor is protecting. And inside the Biamkacha will say, Bawumia is Kufuor. There's no difference between Bawumia and Kufuor. And Indian Americans are sending a message to you in Ghana that Joe Biden is Kamala. They told the world. The Americans, say Joe Biden is Kamala. So as far as Joe Biden is Kamala, we will not vote for Kamala because we want change for people to come in. So Bawumia is Akufo Addo. Me say Akufo Addo is Bawumia. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo is Mahamudu Bawumia. Na Bawumia nkenye Akufo Addo anko eduru ha. Last me Musa Samira Gina baby. E ka say ai ya te se omudidi atem se me ye Fulani kwasia. Ghana na ye fu. Yesi ade ye didi atem se ye Fulani fo NPP executive ben na betina TV so edi wo Samira jantre ni atem so ye Fulani. Can you produce one evidence? Oh Samira. Waka umba sheke jim na onema bontreke kan kwasi asem. Can you produce one tape? They are doing this sentimental emotional campaign. Kwasi aba. Na just say o man echichire ma papa. Wo kura kwasi aba sa na ya ma o papa. Ambassadorial job. And onam na oya tribal religious politics. We gu ma ya fi. Ade na on pai wutrum ko kire nkrimu fo say o tenkran ya wa pai wutrum. Na abatu oduru dia no ahye straight egu form say bolega confirm na ma ka kire nkwase say ane sesia de ete ene say NDC for the atem me say so onya kwase aba kire one evidence NDC executive or a communicator watna TV so edidi Fulani fu atem wo Ghana san kwase asem we na yatena ho wo Ghana sa beduru ha because onu say ye Jimmy omunim say ye nim nyansa did na Samira betina TV so eka economics kire Ghana for Samira she analogy no he osiko for time na dollar near 1.2 to a dollar and na NDC betina so no e bedu 4.2 and na omo betina so 2020 no 5.4 inti ejuma ne de just ade no NPP for no NDC for ni ejuma inti Samira se woni sebio we dey asamka se woni obi da 1.2 hours asamka se ebia ukofa okunechi na oni obi koda 1.2 hours 1 hour 30 minutes yemfa ne sa 1.2 na se osa ko hia be ma foforo na ono koda 4.2 hours na osa ko hia be ma foforo na sa be ma no ono tisisia no ono da 5.2 hours. Will you say 1.2 hours no is the same as 4.2 hours no any 5.4 hours no as me no ka say ebia wa fa okunechi any be ma bi that is here 17.25 hours obodam ka kire Ghana for say san kwasi analogy we no ye ne entena Ghana na wo ye ntie wu yem fa wo adwene kire Ghana yem fa wo Samira wo adwene enkire Ghana na de sanke Ghana enyina nke nkoton bentoa anke sori anopa na nke enyina koton bentoa nka mfaso so yen sori anopa na wo Samira yem fa wo adwene we na enkire Ghana. You don't know the difference between 1.2, you don't know the difference between from 1.2 to 4.2 and from 4.2 to 5.2 and from 5.4 to 17.25. Kwasia yem fa wo adwene na enkire Ghana. Na mo say na ejimi ana politics na abafo and na mo boja ntira ko ura politics ma na ma adwene ya mo say ye nyina ye jimi. How do you sit on radio and speak like that because o person could be the president? Are you crazy? O see so what for no matter what kwakwan so da. O see so what tam sika hard currency in your life what bre say what kofa nyoma wo kwan so da. What's the $20 million? E kwa kofa nyoma ne ba na afi also utia $40 million. Why be da? Wafko kwanso atena jene wafa one ma afa ka atenem se yekofa jene we kurase abada. Wakoda obi ebuo mu da. Wakoda station bi a sebio wunnim obi a ho techiman. Oda e de wo jene so se ade enche na park gu car so bra Kumasi. Why bi da? Obodam. Do you know how economy runs? Wako togo akofan tumada. Ama waka togo oma unya baby nda. Ema usika bo abosium. Ema wada usika soma. Enkofo na moncho num so ya kromfo. Why bi da? Omba ene ukunu tifie unim de omodi. Odo nkwasi asam na mgempa makwasi wa ba warunti. Yemfa ujimi we na nchechire Ghana. You are moving the country from 4.2 to $17 to $18. Oka chire me say you have not heard something and they do what them say a fulani. Politics ye Jimmy enter and the menya abutra the person Ghana 40 years here o tam to me ma ba umia what tam to ma Kufuor Addo. That's all damage bianco fu be ye mo no ho he ejapa na mo ampene no the reason why my din no nyina na say what tam to me ma ba umia we good there wo Ghana nyina o mo de beko he me metuma a kire document of Kufuor Addo dying over 3.5 million pounds. Mr. S convert into dollar and make us some Ghana for. Kufuor Addo a dying. This is one of his numerous houses about Tamaneba. 3.5 million pounds. Do you know what is happening? When him damage and Kufuor Addo, and they be catch him say the things I know. The can be much mu bebria. One can talk about Ghana. Even your Bank of Ghana, the things I know there. Me can be much mu TV swa. Somebody will rush into somebody's house tonight. Kufuor Addo, what thought dying? The number of Ndaya Kufuor we are told UK. I'm in Chamubako. Me, I'm not good. I'm piggy. I'm in Chamade. Sometimes I do these things because Anna, me person me prove be Ghana force. Yet na near catch them say. Yet na catch them say. These people are dangerous. Don't mess around here. Mamu fan diagro. I'm in Chamade. I didn't want to show you this, but let me show you. The 3.5 million, $7.6 million. Me mamu document back up. Me person me mamu too much. Na me mama kwanya nyoma me be kire mo no. Me ba. Sometimes na me person me esa nyoma we. Ma fa we dinka. Ma me dinka fa we kire mo keke. Mu wi am ko buso mo say e dan we Kufuor Addo dia na se nye Kufuor Addo dia. Kufuor Addo over 15 houses. Number uni me dying. Hey, you people, I'm just going to show you this. Dear Oseme Boano, Ochina Omranka said this document, I'll direct you to the right quarters. Look at this. You see this? You see this? Gov.uk. Search for the land and property information. Title register 4. 75 Nottingham Terrace, London. Address in our NW14QE. Leasehold. Title number NGL190221. And yet, as one make a crank, I mean for Winchamo. But so many things you people have no idea. Because I'm NPP, it's not a joke. I'm sure idea. I'm reading show. Wouldn't be yamo. You people have no idea. Now, this information can change if we receive an application. This service cannot tell you if HM Land Registry are dealing with an application. This is not official copy. It does not take into account if there is a pending application with HM Land Registry. If you need to prove property ownership, for example, for a court case, you will need to order an official copy of the register. Now, these are the information you can use to order the official one. But these are documents that you can access when you are ready to do what? To look into what people have acquired in the UK. Now, registry summary. Title number NGL190221. Registration owner Stratton Enterprise Holding Limited. This Stratton company belongs to Kufuor Addo. Stratton, it is for them. This Stratton company, Stratton Enterprise Holdings Limited, Kufuor Addo dia. Now, 75 Nottingham Terrace, London, NW1 4QE. Last sold for 3.35 million on June 30, 2020. This value covers more than just the land in this title. A property registrar. The registrar describes the land and estate companies comprised in its title. Now, let me show you the owner of this property. Mama nyema nyade bi. Nyema bi ana me pese meye. Mo na ya na mo yema meye. Me kira wade next time. Me catch your senkofo yi. Wonim de om de ayemo. Me be kira wo. Look at this. Me ma wo ni nyina se na be ya okwa na next time no. Be the documents ni nyina ma wa okwa. Okay. Me pay be di ni hye na me ama na mo de akọ. Now, see this. I'm for win show. We are not but show. Bet show. Maybe show. Properties bet 3. I'm in show there. There are some things I don't want to show you. That's why I'm being careful what I give you. Okay. I'm pissed. After this show, no, I'll publish all this document on our website. Loud Silence. Maybe show where I remember team not publishing in I'm not even going to keep some. Maybe some more young people need BB. When they Kufuor Addo, you know how dangerous these people are. Now, I'm sure the other part of the document. You see this? What is there? This registrar specifies the class of title and identifies the owner. It contains any entries that affect the rights of disposal. Class of title absolute. Entry number, entry date. 2008-09-16. Proprietor Edward Akufo Addo and Irene Kufuor Addo of 32nd Nottingham Terrace, London, NW1 4QB. The price stated to have been paid on 25th February 2005 was 350. It is sad that way. Now a dynamic value no in 2005 it was 350. These people purchased this house for how much? For 3.5 million. And this is one of the numerous houses they have. These are some of the numerous houses. I can show you. They say Monko is a Stratton company. It belongs to Akufo Addo. Through that company, the amount of money they have moved from Bank of Ghana to purchase stuff in the UK. They say what to Abama Baumia, what to Abama Kufuor Addo. Do you know what is there? Do you know the things we know? Let me show you something. And I'm sometimes and they show the Kwanya. I'm cassette. Moya Mambufu. Eh? Maybe yes, team. I don't want to push too much. But what I want to tell you is say Bonnie and Kufuor we demon. You have no idea. About 12 apartments and not less than £3 million. About 12. Kufuor Addo the Stratton company. But I told you UK. You security for Bank of Ghana. Some 60 billion. You tamusikano. You're a top property in UK. These are dangerous. They are fucking dangerous people. Jimmy. They don't respect you people. It's almost 11 in Ghana. They don't respect you people. They don't Jimmy. And it's a you fee grant or co interview are now the abruchilin suko. Or then the head of GIPC. When man tam Ghana and Sue Bako and Fanko studio no more or the abruchilin su Bako, it's around $30, 30 cedis. And no, you know what watching. Or you saying so no Bako pen or packs and packs of that. I would fee storage. Because some way Jimmy, Adaya, Quabre for the Benum Galam saying so. Now the Danko Kufuor Addo. He will retire in France. on Obedia Konyaba between Ebri and France. He's not thinking of you people. For France, make sure on the dying of France. These are fucking dangerous people. Say Obi Chesi power for over 30 years, or a dangerous tyrant, or to say or a danger than a dictator. What will make somebody chase power for 30 years, and when you give him power, he is dangerous than a dictator? On say a certain president going around building statues for himself. On it, the North Korean president, a dictator, and difference between a woman. This guy. Introduce Kufuor Addo, you better baby. Yes, about me winning. Kufuor said, "Thank you, Baomi. I take the office, everything in it. In fact, handle Ghana." Kufuor Addo and Gabi. Now win him. Me say, na Gabi. Bedie two. You see, Oforia Tama, sorry. Thank you, Baomi. Thank you very much. Handle Ghana very well. We really love you. Take over. Na omunina. Sorry, no matter what months and nines. Hey. Na Baomi ko champagne on the no. Me say dwene ho say what would Jimmy got to about Baumia? Yeah, Baumia president. Now the Kufuor say thank you Baumia is in charge. Baumia is in charge. So Baumia is in charge in Japade no mujai. PDS no mujai. Gala no mujai. Oyo no mutu ni free no mujai. Sa court no ma said into no omujai akotene fie ye ndi Ghana ho komo biem. He, mondwene kakra na mo ye nipa. Mon asonta mondwene kakra. You think small. Sometimes they have so much to lose. They are not going anywhere. The only thing that will stop these people is a total change in power. I'm telling you. They have been consumed to the point whereby they will either die in their consumption of power. Because at this point, how many options there are than to keep the power. And if they don't want to do it for everybody to see in broad daylight, they need to have a smoke screen. I will say Obi the best show. Baumia no on your president. Baumia is a Kufuor Addo. Mo Ghana no. Kufuor is a mutuma Baumia kan mutuma Baumia ade chana Gabi jai Ghana sikasam. 52 billion bi na ira o Bank of Ghana no. Yatuma Baumia na Baumia beka said yen ofuriata mbetua. Are you okay? 60 billion the Bank of Ghana boka just 1 year last year. In the Sasika no na Addison so I can say thank you Mr. President, I want to go and retire. Na Baumia so afo before for abesho. Na 60 billion ye busa wansem. Gold for oil. Sa sikana ye movie ye no. Nipa bebe koto gold in ye nim. Nipa otam sika free Bank of Ghana ye nim. Nipa na ye medom person no ye tam gold in man ye nim. Na gold no ye nim there. Na operation say gold for oil no. And no. Are you okay? Let's be honest here. The Stratton company belongs to Kufuor Addo. Stratton. What is Stratton? Stratton. Ayomudia. Oko omo restaurant in Nchen Hona, sa Stratton no office or that guy. That guy no. Let me see. He got over 300 million consignments. Akwano. Yeah. Now. Ochina. This week, my show pictures. Do you know the things we know? The only thing I make a comment to my catcher Ghana phone say, "Munji to me free NPP." That's all. Hey, bro, for TV so can and the political show and this expert, this professor, this man, Enko Bibia. All those things, and it will not yield any results until you vote against the NPP. You take power from them. Until you take power from them, from where? From a parliament and also from them. You take power from them from parliament and you take power from them from the executive. Let's be real for once. nyoma esi under Kufuor Addo nyina esi under Bahama nkade na nkamobeka mo a mote Ghana ahemfo ne asofo a modidi ba omiechi etafretafre ne to and the ahemfo na mo we nimunyam and the amanfo kasa mo nimu se nkwara maton mo nimunyam ama politicians etietia so ekom ene animguase ene sebi obi mu bi jiminti ahini a mudi na munhu so value no and the mama politicians asay no saa nyoma a ekoso wo Ghana yi a yenyina ye nitie bibi a dollar ne free a abedu yi yesi kasam bibi eduri besi an yabo inimu disrespect the ekoso and the Ghana bibi anya adwuma no enti mo ahemfu yi enti nka ye NDC na wo power anka de ne pa na anka ba omia begina mo nim anka mo beka mamo nyesa. We don't build a nation like that. We don't use those kind of characters to build a nation. You can never get anywhere. And in our Ghana, the poverty is generational. So our generational poverty in our Ghana now, we create it. It can be stopped. We can stop it. The reason why our generational problems now cause the hypocrisy with us, especially in penny form DNA, because the padodo DNA are not willing to let them penny for understand the say. You penyinia, you need to do the penyinia. And intina ehiano, on say ebusuebu ha, they cannot get out of poverty. And Osha Ghana, about 60% of Ghanaians ehiafo bro. It is because the leadership, leadership is important because you make the decision. What in kind of the no, and then it affect you be all mikroma yeldo. Until leadership is very important. Now share court. Look at the court today. It's a joke. At time. Today, you don't know. Like judgment to me free court, but no busa was I mean call law school crowd dano. This is not fair. How did we get here? Yeni sorry I see a school we are singing we are singing our morals as we sit here. Yeah, the bill if we parliament at the aquacoma edian at the aquacoma president anti-LGBTQ bill and the witchcraft bill. President sign keke nembe yemra ebe sin ne or he be any problem. Your problem is John Mahama. Now John Mahama money to me. One money to me and one money to me say when they went to Mendy. You have not given John Mahama any power. For the past 8 years, Obiama John Mahama to me. Inti dear to me now the man I also wanted to maybe a John Mahama India. A dear was a president and the vice also you are going to say John Mahama. Adentina won't be John Mahama LGBTQ. Adentina John Mahama has no questions to answer. He does not even have to answer questions to anybody. The people in charge are supposed to answer our questions. That's all. That is all. Until John Mahama is sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana, nobody can question him. Say Ghana send a kwedie or say John Mahama mama answer. What can John Mahama do? What can John Mahama do now? Send the dollar could do 8. John Mahama didn't obey. He's not a president. He cannot make a decision to stop everything. He can't. But God being good, we have a president and we have a vice president who says he's an economist. So why are we now asking John Mahama questions? Why are we not blaming the driver and his mate? Are you mad? Driver no chika no rough. Tire pie. You sit in the car and you are blaming the driver baby. Ask the driver, ask the mate. Mate, I don't know parking your good car to a one in the year. If you say me the abema, abeni yina yigu form. That is what reasonable people do. Mate, ya tikamu, ya parking car ya abegu so, ya kofa nyoma wa Ivory Coast na yeba. Ono driver, kaya driver you or the buba minim. Instead, I catch a driver and say, driver, oba mutim no, opim for timo, mesro, men fan bar minimum kesiano, utim. And I watch a driver and say, driver, we're too short, and again. Driver and the parking be rest up be odidia eduane odina no abi na odi because was an assistant no. Se passengers ni nyina gu ha edidia one driver no kwati baby na mudidi afi say one driver na one nam one wo de mate. Otodo kuna no amani bi. Utumi friend catch and say isi as cannot just kosi say isi ano ye nam kwan sa ofa fa bi shemu no ye nya asan. You discuss that with your mate because mumie no na mo handle car no. Entire den na car ni tu. Na abena ye chichiri gu car ne to no. abani yigu na passengers no mutim no busa as a driver wono mate ya abani yigu mate ne se mebusa driver. That's I say Jimmy inti